Hello lads, Osman here, back again with another video. This time it's the recap of the infamous game. Manchester United won, Liverpool won. First things first, quite disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know where to start. Obviously in the end, I can't really be too disappointed given the fact that we scored in the last 10 minutes. But just overall disappointed with our performance. I just don't feel like we did ourselves any justice today. We played sloppy most of the game. We was giving the ball away cheaply. It just wasn't a good game for both teams, to be fair. Liverpool didn't really turn up either, so I suppose from their perspective it was a good result. But yeah, going into the first half, very, very, very sloppy from us. We were passing the ball away easily. Got to give credit to Liverpool. They're pressing us high up the pitch. They're not giving us any space or any ability to obviously move with the ball, which was causing Carrick in particular quite a lot of trouble. He didn't have the greatest of games today, but I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch. I think, myself and every other Man United fan knows it was clearly Pogba today who was absolutely shocking. And unfortunately for us, it wasn't his day, and he was the first person to get a chance in this game, which was a bit of a cagey affair. Mkhitaryan plays the ball into Pogba, he runs in behind, 1v1, and he absolutely shanks at the chance, honest to God. I just felt like after he's missed that, it's just going to be one of those days that we're just not going to take our chances. I did say in my previous preview that against a better team, if we don't take our chances, we will get punished. And unfortunately, I was right. We did get punished when they bring in the corner and it hits Pogba on the hand. Oh my God. I honestly have no explanation for what. I just have no words. What was he doing? Anyways, his Pogba on the hand, it's a blatant penalty, no complaints. Referee blows his whistle and Milner steps up, who's been quite cool and collective from pretty much all his penalties taken this season. Dispatches the penalty, 1-0 to Liverpool, and honestly at this point, it's what, the 26th, 7th minute, and we just don't look like we can do anything this game. We're not getting into this game, we're not keeping the ball, Liverpool not giving us a moment's peace. And then, to be honest, we had another chance as well. Then Mkhitaryan gets played through, another great pass from Ander Herrera, similar to the Spurs one. Mkhitaryan goes through. I thought he was going to do what he did against Spurs, take it out of his feet and absolutely ping it. But this time, unfortunately, he couldn't get it out of his feet, and it was on his left foot. Milner did well again to come back and take him wide, and he hits it, and it's a decent save by Mignolet. And at this point, we're looking at the 38th minute, and we haven't really created much. But then we get another opportunity. This time, Zlatan Ibrahimovic with a free kick from just outside the box. It's looking about 20 yards out. He absolutely hammers it, and Mignolet does well. And honestly, watching this was every video I've made so far, I've been quite happy and upbeat. But this was just the most frustrating game ever to watch, because Liverpool were there for the taking. Like, you look at their team sheet, they got no Matip, they got no Coutinho, there's no Mane. Personally, I rate Sturridge, but he's not even in the team, and it's just like we just let ourselves down today, I think. But it go into half time, and we're just thinking, oh my God, it's just gonna be one of those days. We can't take our chances, and we're 1-0. We're 1-0 down. Second half comes, he brings Rooney on, which personally I didn't necessarily agree with, because I felt like Juan Mata was very much needed. But the change was, we did need a change regardless of who it was in this case. He brings Rooney on for Michael Carrick, and I think, unfortunately for Carrick, this is probably the worst game he's had all season, and it did come at opposition that it's gonna be highlighted a bit more probably, because they just didn't give him a moment's peace with the higher pressing, etc. But Rooney comes on, and he did make a bit of a difference. He was trying to get himself about. The quality overall from Liverpool and Man United was just piss poor today in general. But you could see Rooney was trying to make things happen. I don't even know how to analyze this game, because it was just that poor. I just feel it was a game of two teams that didn't want to lose. Obviously Liverpool are ahead at this point, and all you can see is them just parking the bus. There was a lot of opportunities in the game for us to get wide, but we weren't executing the passes. It was just sloppy passes. Everyone was pretty much Mkhitaryan. Everyone was passing it short, either passing it out play, choosing overly playing stuff, like such as the instance with Pogba when he tries that fancy flick. I think it's the 50th minute, and Liverpool are breaking on us. Like, honest to God, what are you doing today, Pogba? Like, you've been world class for us in the last couple of games. It's just a matter of just overdoing it. Sometimes you just got to keep football simple and just play it simple and keep it moving. And that's one thing our players were not doing today. And honestly, the longer the game went on, it just didn't look like we were going to score. Martial was having a bit of joy throughout the game down the left flank, but every time we went past the defender, I don't even remember, is it Alexandra Arnold possibly? Every time we went past him, there was another two guys, obviously coming back and tracking Martial's run. So he didn't have much joy, unfortunately, and he did get subbed off, which again I didn't agree with, because he was taking pace off for people that matter, who I love to bits, but you've got no pace. I felt like if we were going to have any joy in this game, it were going to be down the wings, because it was so congested in the middle of the park. So I just don't understand the logic behind that. But obviously, one thing I will say is we kept going. I just didn't feel like we were going to score, and then the substitution of all substitution, Jose Mourinho subs on Marouane Fellaini, and me, like every other fan, was probably thinking, what the are you doing, Jose, when you've got Rashford on the bench and he subs on Fellaini? Honest to God, I'm not even gonna lie, I was absolutely screwing at this point, because I was just thinking we needed pace and we needed width, so Rashford was perfect. But sometimes the manager knows best, because Marouane Fellaini arguably was probably our best player. I know he's only on the pitch for 12 minutes, but he was winning everything. We was getting the balls in long to him. Yes, people can say it was absolutely piss poor tactics. I know what, I don't give a shit. There's 10 minutes left. We're 1-0 down against Liverpool, and honestly, I wanted a win, but at this stage, I would have taken a draw. Obviously we can take a draw at this point. But the fact that we had to resort to Fellaini to get the draw, it does not bother me whatsoever. And people will say, oh, Man United scum for it. But no, I don't even care. He brings on Fellaini, we get the balls in, keep getting the balls in, and Liverpool are literally pegged back at this point. And honestly, it was just a matter of time. When Fellaini and Rooney came on, we did look a better team, unfortunately, because I don't want that to be a recurring factor. But in this case, it worked brilliantly. And then Rooney clips the ball in perfectly for Fellaini, and he heads it, and it hits the post. And oh my God, at this point, I was going mental at this point, honest to God. And then somehow Antonio Valencia, probably his 15th cross of the game, and he finally picks out Zlatan. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic, come on, makes it 1-1. And at this point, I thought, this is ours to win. This is ours to win. We've only got 3 defenders on the pitch with Mkhitaryan at left back, which just shows how desperate we were for the win. But I suppose it's a credit to Jose, because no one can say we didn't go for it. I'm seeing a lot of people on social media saying, oh, Man United didn't go for it. I don't understand what game you people are watching. We've got 3 defenders and Mkhitaryan left back, like arguably one of our best forwards in left back. So we definitely went for it. And what I did want to say, and just to make a sort of point in general, was, yeah, the overall result wasn't really, satisfying, so to speak, given the fact that Liverpool 100% there for the taking, in my opinion, given their starting lineup. But what I will say is, how far we've come from, obviously the Anfield game to now. Before the Anfield game, I didn't feel confident at all going into that game, and I know Liverpool didn't have their full strength team today, and obviously that does affect our sort of mentality. But the fact that we were so confident going into this game, and the fact that we actually play such an attacking lineup, is a testament to how far we have come in such a short period of time. And what I'm trying to say is the fact, a couple of months ago, I would have been happy with the draw against Liverpool, and I know circumstances have changed and we do need the points. But the fact that we were still disappointed with drawing to Liverpool, who are a good team, whether we like to admit it or not, it just shows how far we've come. So I suppose that is credit to the team. I didn't want to make the preview straight away, the post-match announcement straight away, because I know I was a bit frustrated initially. I've had the time to think about it, and although I'm still frustrated by the fact that we let Liverpool get away with one, given their team selection, I think on the grand scheme of things, it's not a bad point, because other teams have to play Liverpool, and I'm pretty sure Liverpool will take points off some of the other teams above us, the top 6, so to speak. They still all got to play Liverpool, and I'm pretty confident Liverpool will take points off some of the other teams, because they are a good team, whether I like to admit it or not. In the first half particularly, they were pressing us so high and it just didn't allow us to play, so credit to them. They did a good job on us, but I just feel like we deserve the win on the basis, of overall play. Liverpool after the first goal didn't really offer us much at all really going forward. That had that Firmino chance that Coutinho laid back to him, and obviously the Wijnaldum one in the last minute was the two ones that stood out for me. But in fact, I've actually missed the chance that we had when Mkhitaryan plays it to Martial, and oh my god, I cannot believe Martial has not scored that. I know he's trying to fancy flick and all, but if that goes in, we would have won the game. But it's just one of those days, it's just not meant to be. And I did say it, I think it was after the whole game, if we don't take our chances, it will come back to bite us. And today, unfortunately, it did bite us against a better team. But hopefully, you know, we can take a bit of momentum. We're still unbeaten. We did score in the last 10 minutes. Zlatan scored as well, which is good for Zlatan, keeping that sort of momentum going in that sense. But overall, a bit disappointed. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a point gain in the sense that Man City lost, and Spurs and Man City are playing next week, so one of them will drop points. So we can obviously make that ground again next week. So it's not the end of the world. And we're still only 5 points off second. Yeah, it's just a bit frustrating given the lineup Liverpool had. But what I will say is, we're still undefeated, which is obviously a massive bonus, and we have kept that sort of mentality, you know, that mentality going. We haven't lost in 15 now, which is, you know, it's a good achievement regardless of what opposition we play. To be fair, if you look at the opposition we have played against Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs, and we've not lost to any of them, so I suppose we can take a bit of credit to I suppose we beat Man City as well in the League Cup, so you can take a bit of credit going forward, but yeah, hopefully can, you know, give ourselves a better account next game and absolutely punish Stoke and not have a repeat of what happened early in the season. Okay boys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit rushed, and I just want to say thank you for all the love that I've been receiving. I had my Man United shirt on for the first time as well. Just bought it, it's got no name on it yet. But just the last thing before I do go is, Paul Pogba, please stop with the fucking overplaying it. Oh my god. Yeah, but 1-1, not the end of the world. We're still in it. 5 points behind Spurs, who are in second. Come on, United, come on!